All right, have and have not fans, happy Halloween. And yes, I'm going to try to make this a bit more of an energetic video because of the fact that people have been saying, we want a Halloween video. And I'm like, well, I really don't even know what to do. I can come up with an elaborate what if, but I think that since last Tuesday we got the teaser trailer for season 7, it'd be appropriate to do a video kind of linked to that. And in some of my previous videos I said, yes, I did the preview breakdown, which is very close to 40,000 views. So give yourselves a round of applause and hit the like button on this video because I couldn't do this without you. Thank you all so much. But I figured what I could do for Halloween would be to talk about, well, death because, it is Halloween, ghosts, goblins, all that other stuff. And I thought that it would be, well, appropriate to kind of revisit one of the most head-scratching moments of the trailer, which involves the Criers, of course, and how freaking dreary their cameos were. In the trailer breakdown, I did full evaluations of the Harrington family, the Criers, the Young family. Each character had their own moment where they had a specific background behind them, and I, kind of explained what I felt each one represented. And don't feel like getting into all 9 again. I really don't need to. Go back to the trailer breakdown and watch that if you haven't. And literally, if you haven't done it, you need to go watch it because I literally spend almost 30 minutes on an almost 30-second trailer. So go watch that. And the Criers, you have Catherine and Jim with, lightning in the background. And then you have Wyatt completely covered with shadows, and his backdrop is like a graveyard. And that begs a lot of questions of, okay, are they really dead? And then we move into the handful of scenes towards the end of the trailer where we see Hannah looking like she's received some shocking news. And of course, I feel like this is the most convincing part, where we have Hannah standing behind some yellow police tape, and we have a bunch of reporters and whatnot, and one cop, has come up to, approach the crowd. One could assume that, this is indeed Catherine's house, and the police have marked it off because they need to investigate what happened. I'm going to be honest here. I don't know. I don't know how far Tyler Perry is going to take this. I don't know if I'm still on the team that represents Wyatt had a drug-induced hallucination and he didn't do to his parents what he thought he did, and that everything we're seeing now is hallucination. But there's always that, well, how could he know about the parts that he wasn't there for? How would he know what Hannah's doing? How would he know what Veronica's doing? Look, I know. And the same thing goes back to season 1, where my mom came up with the original theory, and I've done plenty of videos on this, about Catherine Crier dreaming the events of the haves and have-nots ever since she went into surgery for her breast cancer. And that goes way back to season 1. I've done a couple videos and blogs about that theory, so check those out as well. But based on behind the scenes stuff, I don't think they're dead. But this trailer, if I didn't know anything from behind the scenes, when the characters post things on their social media, if I didn't see any of that stuff, but then I saw this trailer, I would be like, oh, damn, Tyler Perry really did kill him off. I don't know. I honestly don't know. But the trailer seemed very convincing. I mean, don't you think it's a bit of a coincidence that, Catherine and Jim both had the same backdrop while everyone else had different ones? What was it off the top of my head? Hannah had fire. Candace had the blood moon. Benny had just a cloudy sky. Veronica had a crow or raven. Well, Jeffrey had a dove apiece, so I guess you could argue that those two are similar, but polar opposites. David had the weeping willow. Then you had Catherine and Jim with the lightning, and then you had Wyatt in a cemetery, which looked like there was a storm brewing. So I guess you could say that the lightning and whatnot, maybe the Benny scene where he's got the clouds and whatnot in the sky, that could be the calm before the storm. Then the storm was represented by Catherine and Jim's lightning background, leading to the actual cemetery. So the fact that this is labeled as the deadliest season, I honestly don't think that 3 main characters were killed off at once. I mean, remember that Erica, Melissa, and Oscar were killed very close to each other in regards to the time frame. But at the same time, it's like I still consider them B tier characters. So I don't, and if you haven't been on this channel long enough, when I say main characters, I mean the titular characters who are in all the promotions. Like, not the I don't count characters like, you know, when they do the opening credits and then they show the names, because there have been times where Erica, Melissa, and Oscar and Warlock, their names would show up, and so would Mitch, I believe, but I still consider them B tier characters. So, because when you look at the advertisements, you only see the Harringtons, Criers, and Young Family. I guess that's the easiest way to put it. But, you know, early on you had Celine in there as well, but then she was taken out after season 2 in terms of like the opening titles and whatnot. I think that this is a hallucination. I still am standing on that firm ground. I don't think that this is real, but if it isn't real, I wonder how long Tyler Perry will play it out, because I would much rather be it a hallucination than it being real and they all survive, because I cannot comprehend how you know what, let me go ahead and I think when what I'll do when I edit, I think during this portion of the video, I will have the deaths, well, excuse me, the shootings playing in the background, and I'm talking over it, because Jim got shot in the chest. I believe it was like the chest area. And then from a distance, we have Catherine's point of view where she comes downstairs and sees Jim laying there. We see a pool of blood there. Catherine got shot point blank and then fell backward, you know, head first into the bathtub. Wyatt, I could see Wyatt being alive. It looked like he got winged in like the shoulder or whatever. Out of the 3 in terms of likeliness, I think Wyatt was the one that lived, because he wasn't shot to be killed. He was shot to be incapacitated. But Jim is a hard pass. It depends on where exactly he was shot. Like, was he shot in a non-vital area, but he needs medical attention immediately to prevent being, you know, dead? Catherine is like, man, and this is me trying to make sense of this, and this is really going to turn me off. Still, obviously review it, but this wouldn't be the first time, you know, unrealistic things have happened, because I know it's a TV show, but at the same time, you need to have it grounded in somewhat of reality. Catherine is like, even if she survived being shot, she was still shot and submerged underwater. So if by some miracle that she's alive, I could see her being the character that's in a comatose state for at least for the first part of the season, because yeah, I'd much rather have this be a dream or hallucination brought on by the drugs that RK gave Wyatt, because it just would not make any sense for them to all just still be alive. Guys, I'm trying, like, and what I try to do on this channel, if you're new, I try to see things from every angle to give almost everyone the benefit of the doubt, because personally, just because I believe it was hallucination, and a majority of people do, doesn't mean that's exactly what Tyler Perry wrote it. But at the same time, if you go back and watch the scene where the Criers were shot, or specifically Jim and Catherine, it looks, they were lethal shots to kill, not just to incapacitate. And you know how I feel about how Veronica has been given more lives than a bag of cats, like being thrown from a balcony, but she only has bruised bones and she's in and out of the hospital in the same episode. Surviving a car accident, and before the car was set completely in flames, oh, she was in the hospital for a couple episodes. She was okay. She just had some smoke in her lungs. And, God, please let it be a dream. And I've already done like enough rant videos about the David and Jeffrey thing. I don't even want to talk about that here. I just wanted to focus on the Crier. So I'm going to be honest here. Based on the trailer alone, it looks like they might actually be dead. But I am still on the team that says that it's all a hallucination. That's how I feel. So let's kind of do my little segue real quick. Quick thank you to everyone. This morning, the channel hit 94,000 subscribers. You all did as I requested a couple weeks ago. It's like, oh man, we're on track. Let's see if we can hit 94 before the end of the month, before November 1st. We did it, which is awesome. And thank you all so much for that. It is Halloween, so, a quick shout out to everyone going out, whether you have plans or not. Be safe, please. Just check your kids' candy and whatnot. And I'm really talking like I'm doing something. I have zero plans because it's like bad weather where I'm at. Well, actually, the storm has stopped. It's been storming since this morning. A lot of plans were canceled, both in Lynchburg as well as my hometown. So, yeah, I have no plans. I'm just going to edit videos and whatnot and chill. Like watch Thriller, Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, listen to Thriller, look at Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. If it isn't raining or anything, which I don't believe it should, I might go to like Walmart or whatever and browse the Halloween stuff, because it's half off, but the Christmas stuff is already out. So, be sure to check me out on social media. Look, if you weren't on Twitter last night, you missed out. I had a ball tweeting during the Oval and Sisters with everyone. It was awesome. Even BET jumped in and we were going back and forth on tweets. It was amazing. Let's see. Yeah, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. And comment your thoughts, because likes, dislikes, comments, they help the YouTube algorithm, which means this video gets more traction. And if you want to donate anything to the channel, $1, $2, $3, whatever, link to my PayPal in the description below. I'd really appreciate that as well. If you can't donate anything, the best thing you could do aside from that is, once again, hitting that thumbs up button or hitting subscribe. And I do have several other have and have not videos, but I'm going, like I said time and time again, let me save those for next month, because Greenleaf is having their finale next week. Definitely want to focus on that. Episode 3 of Sisters in the Oval, they're coming out as well. Ambitions is coming on the following week, so I definitely want to have and have not content to kind of sprinkle throughout the month of November. And let's see here, I think that's about it. I think they're alive. I don't know. Like I said before, Tyler Perry, please don't write it so they survive the shooting and just give these half-ass explanations as to how they survive. Look, go back several minutes in the video. I try to explain how they might survive. Jim not being hit in a vital area, Catherine being comatose somewhat due to being submerged underwater after being shot, Wyatt being winged in the shoulder. I want it to be a hallucination because I'm tired of these dumb. It's like, and you know how I make comic book references, like Death of Superman. Doomsday didn't kill him. He knocked him into a Kryptonian coma that had him asleep until he healed. That's bull crap. No. But yeah, this trailer was very convincing and it was very good. And I don't know when we're going to get like the full 1-minute trailer, but I want it. But I think the trailer we got was actually enough, because the hype for the show is so real that people have been looking over the Oval and Sisters. Like, even when I post those videos, people are like, do have and have not content. I can't wait until January 7th. So that 30-second promo, to me, based off what I've seen, has eclipsed the success of the Oval and Sisters, and they just came out. That's from what I've seen on the internet, but that's just my 2 cents. So with that being said, folks, once again, it would be realistically, I would estimate that by next month, this time next month, we should be at around 8,000 subscribers, hitting 100,000 around mid-December. So at this rate before Christmas, we only need less than 6,000 more, and we've been getting about 1,000 a week. So realistically, at the rate of growth, second week of December, I would love to hit that number before December. So I'm just saying, if this video gets like 10,000 views, that means everyone watching, if you can get one person to subscribe, not even all 10,000 of you, but like 5,000 or so, that would get us to 100,000, and then I'll shut up about it. I mean, I might mention I'll mention subscribe in the videos like I always do because I need to, but I won't be saying a million, like I want a million, but it's 100,000 to me will be a million. So if you could help me hit 100,000 by this time next month, that would be awesome, or at least get close to it. So be sure to share this video out, tell people to subscribe, because I know if we will hit the number before the haves and have-nots returns, which to me will be a big deal, because I do believe the channel will be at silver ranking, which is the highest rank. And by that, it means more exposure, meaning that by the time the haves and have-nots returns, the channel will get even more traction than normal, because we've gone up a rank. The haves and the have-nots is back, meaning more fans will look it up, meaning that next year should be off to a good start, which it would be freaking fantastic. So with that being said, happy Halloween once again. Be safe out there. If you want to comment your plans, do you have any, costumes you're going to be wearing, anything fun you have planned, or are you just going to sit back, pick up candy that's 50% off on tomorrow? Ooh, tomorrow is the first of the month, so it's like, what is it, food stamps, Social Security? So candy, yeah, if you better head out at midnight. Like I might be in my car like 11:15, 11:45, get to Walmart, go in at midnight, 50% off, get candy. But yeah, that'll be fun if I do it. So again, thank you all for tuning in. You're all awesome. I appreciate the support. And before I do my next have and have not video, let me know, what video do you want me to do next? I did the Crier one, not just because of the Halloween theme, but at the same time, just about everybody wanted me to do it more than anything else. So again, I'm done rambling. Subscribe, please subscribe, and check out my episode reviews for Sisters and the Oval.